Where are we now with this election, do you think?
If you had the election today, then Harris would have a slight edge. But A, the election's not today, and B, we have to remember the Electoral College. She is up right now by 3.5 points or so in national polls. There's been about a 2.5 point gap, though, 3-point gap between the popular vote and the Electoral College. So she'd probably have to win by 3.5 to be safe in the Electoral College. Secondly, she may be on a little bit of a sugar high after the convention, after the VP picks, everything else. So our model has the November outcome basically 50-50, despite the fact that she's ahead by a small amount today.
Is it always around 50-50 now in America? In other words, is it going to come down, as always, to 40, 50, 60,000 votes?
We are so polarized. We're not going to have elections like you have in the UK, where you have big swings between Labour and Tories. If 90% of people are locked in already. I mean, we saw when Biden was 82 years old, trying to run for president until he was 86, and plainly unable to execute, he still was only 4 points behind Trump.
Right.
Look, if you had a Nikki Haley, it might be a wider margin still. But the party label is all that matters for the large majority of American voters.
Trump, it's believed at the moment, has the edge with men, American men.
Yeah.
Is that enough to get him over the edge? He also had rising support with Latinos and Black Americans. Kamala Harris, as a Black woman nominee, has paid back a little bit of that, it seems. What's the reality there? I mean,
the electorate is 51% women, 49% men. Women are more reliable about most things, including voting. It was funny that in her convention speech, not funny, but interesting, it was targeted at male voters, right? She had a line about AI, which is a very male-coded thing. She talked about military strength and competition with China, which I thought was smart. I mean, a lot of Democrats try to play to their base, but their base is actually not as large as it used to be. You see, for example, younger voters of color are now maybe more agnostic or neutral about who they might want to vote for. Hispanic voters have gone back to being more 50-50. And so, I think she was smart to go after men who are obviously a GOP-leaning group in this dynamic.
Kamala Harris was pretty unpopular before all this last 2 months of extraordinary developments.